Yeah. A day of mourning. Miguel's in mourning. Miguel.
What?
Why are you in mourning today, Miguel?
Oh, what?
His favorite rooster
Yeah.
got taken out by a trike.
Right. Hit and run.
Hit and run. We had another hit and run. Miguel's favorite rooster got. But on a positive note,
It's happened.
it happens. Positive note. Check this out. One morning,
O pagani kay talit, mangayo na kang talent pit.
all this fish. We went fishing this morning. What are those fish?
Ibis.
They call that ibis.
Ibis.
Yeah.
Ibis.
Yeah, it never grow.
They never grow.
FYI.
Somebody said, oh, they catch them so small, they don't have a chance to grow, but they don't grow. Now they're cleaning them. They're tiny little things. If they clean them, get the scales off them. Ma is cutting the fin at
head.
the bottom.
Yeah.
She's going to cut off the head, get all the guts out, cut off the tail, put them here. Put them in here. And they won't cook them. They just eat them raw. Right, laddie? Eat them raw.
Yeah.
And then they got over here. They got puffer fish in there. Where'd the eel go?
Here.
Eel. Eel's in there. They got an eel. 2 eels, right?
Yeah.
2 eels. Get it out. Look don't like it when they catch eels.
Yeah, I hate this.
2 eels.
I hate. There's
And-
2 things I don't like them to catch, which is puffer fish and this one. I think they're.
But a puffer fish, you can eat that puffer fish. Right, look?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can eat that puffer fish. And some kind of, that one's a family of a grouper. Yeah. Cousin of a grouper.
Tagsara na sila.
Relatives.
But we lost a chicken today, but we got a bunch of fish. Right, man?
Tagsa.
Are we going to have manok tonight, man?
Oo, ang manok. Pahorot ng kaligis.
No manok. No manok. We're not going to eat. We're not going to eat Miguel's manok. Poor Miguel. But guy, that's a catch. That's a nice catch right there. Everybody pitching together to clean them up. Gil just told me, you guys remember, those that have been following, all right, I named the roosters. And he told me it was Lucky Luciani, the one that walked with a limp. He was over in A block, but he had gotten out. And, well, I guess his luck ran out. Lucky Luciani was the one that got whacked. He got whacked on a hit and run. All right, explain this again.
Yeah.
This here.
This one here is called the nest of Nemo.
This.
This is where the Nemo stayed.
Right.
But some people will think that this is coral. They said no. It is kind of also looks like coral, but it's also species. It's living.
And you can eat that.
Yes, you can eat that, and you can cook it paksiw.
It's
and
slimy.
It's slimy. They call this one a house of Nemo because it's all like every single fish. They go touch this one, they eat it. However, only Nemo is the only fish actually allowed to nest over there and make.
So it's poison to other fish?
Yeah, no, it is like this one. They will eat another fish except Nemo.
Oh.
It's not poison. It's their food.
So they'll eat other fish, but
Yeah,
they won't eat
except the
Nemo.
Nemo,
Look at that big thing in there. What is that?
It's like they call this
Look at
one
the
a
size of this
clams.
thing.
Ano nga bang ano nito? Tipay. They call that tipay.
It's like a shell.
Yeah, it's a clams.
Like some type of big clam or
Yeah,
something.
it's tipay.
And what's in there? Is it like a clam?
Yeah, it's a clam inside. Yeah.
Is there any pearls in there?
There is no pearls
No
in this.
pearls.
They mag-hold ng pearls, no? No, they
pearls?
don't produce any pearls.
All right.
There's a lot of ano. Oh my
More
God.
fish.
More fish. This one here, they call this ito.
Itu.
Yeah. I think you knows that one. Don't touch anything except that's why they put that different because they have sting. That
Sting.
Sting you,
Oh.
and it really hurts.
Alright.
So that's why they changed that
Ah,
one, not to
alright,
put that
alright.
down.
Not like these right
Yeah.
there.
There
There you go. There you go. All right, guys, I'm going to show you this. Now, I don't know how many landfills there are here on siargao Island, but I do know where this one is, and every time I go by, I'm like, wow, this is leading up to the entrance of the landfill. I don't know if people just come here, throw their trash here, whatever, but boy, does it stinks. It stinks really bad. And here's your entrance right here. You know, you would think it's a landfill. You would think that it'd be the cleanest area around, right? But look at that. Look at that. That whole road going back in there, it's just loaded full of trash. Let me see if I can get in here without getting a major stinky foot. Yeah. Look at that. Food here. All that all through there. I don't know how they run it, what they do here, why it's like that. Now we are coming off the weekend. Maybe, you know, they just throw it there and then clean it up, but wow. Man, does it stink, full of flies. Probably rats. What do you think of that, guys? Huh? A lot of trash, huh?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's bad. Stinky, stinky. But I wanted to show you guys what kind of rules, what kind of regulations do they have when it comes to the trash. These kids are going in there, like they're walking back in there. Wow. What kind of rules? What kind of regulations? You know? Crazy. Crazy. Right, stopping at the PNB Bank. Loda's in there getting our monthly withdrawal. I'm just going to take a walk and we'll do a talk. This guy here thinks the road is a parking spot. You know, guys, when I see things like that, like the landfill, are there rules, are there regulations? Yes, there is. I just looked it up. Are the rules and regulations followed? If I had $1 million, I would bet $1 million plus $1 million more and guarantee that they're not being followed. It irks me because, you know, I don't care if skin tax me, you know, overcharge me, whatever, but things like that, that is an environmental issue. Environmental issue. Napa itself is clean. It is a clean city. Do you have trash here and there? Yep. Do you see bags sometimes alongside the road piled up? Yeah, but they could be waiting for the truck to come pick it up and then take it up to the dump and just trash it up there. But that irks me when I see that. Environmental. Philly, keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Okay. You see a tanker sitting out in the ocean and it's dumping 1 million gallons per hour into the ocean. Oh, keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything. That has nothing to do.
After 15 minutes.
But environmental. And when you come right here, here we are, we're at the port. All right, there's a environmental, no, not, you pay an environmental fee when you hop on the boat to come over here. That's standard. They do that all over the Philippines, even at the airports. You pay an environmental fee when you land. However, DAPA, the only place I've ever seen in all my 10 years of traveling, 14 years since 2012 of traveling, the only place I've seen that does a sanitation fee, all right, for Where's it going? Obviously not going to the dump. Like I said, that when I see that irks me. Who's in charge of that? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Very obvious. You know, I started a major recycling program when I worked in the prison, and all the other institutions followed the program that I set up, and I know our prison saved money. They were putting out a lot of money just in getting rid of the waste and the food and all that. And we turned around. I started a recycling program and actually saved the state money. It can be done. What do they do with the recycled products here? Is there a recycle center here? Do they ship it off the island? What do they do with the waste? Who's going to pay for it? That's the thing. Well, okay, we could ship it. Who's going to pay for it? That's the thing. A lot of times it comes down to money. Anyways, that's my little rant. Check it out. I like them. Turbo power. Big jeepney there. Big like bus jeepney. You don't want to, one of those things hit your car, you're going to know it. Anyways, I got to go see if Lut is done and head back to the 215. Now let me keep going. Let me keep going. The island is growing. Tourists. More tourists are coming in. More buildings are being built. More restaurants are being built. More everything's being done. Okay. That brings people. That brings more trash. That brings more recyclable items. All right. Are they building more landfills to accommodate the amount of tourists that are coming on this island? You guys remember Boracay? Boracay shut down because they had an issue. They had an issue like this, where they had shit. Hey, where they had just waste. Things weren't being regulated. They shut it down. They shut it down until it got under control, until they got it under control. And that's the sad part. You talk to the locals here. I talk to the locals a lot. I talk to the locals whose father and grandfather were on this island before all this madness started happening. And they're sad. They are sad to see what's happening. It's great for money. It's great for the tourism industry. But somebody's got to pay a price, right? Somebody's got to pay a price. What's up, guys? All right. All right, watch it. Watch where you're going. No, watch. Don't run nobody over. You're the driver. All right, guys. Somebody's got to pay a price, right? Somebody has to pay a price. All right. Now, what I want is for somebody to say, and they're out there. They're still out there, and I love it. If you don't like my country, you can get out. You can get out. You know what I got to say to you? If you had the opportunity, you'd be on the first flight out of here, probably to the United States, so you can make more, better money. That's it. All right, let's take a stroll around 215. Let's check out the garden. I know you guys are always interested in our garden we have going on here. Everything appears to be weeds. However, it's not. They use these leaves for something like cook. They throw it in a water and boil it for flavor. I had the fence line here. They took the fence line down. That used to run right here. But what they did is on the fence line, they would plant like beans and stuff to grow up along the fence line. But they ripped that all down this weekend and cut this all down. It was kind of like this here. But it only lasts so long. You know, it's not designed to last forever. There we go. Let's check out what do we got growing in the garden. Looks like we got eggplants growing. We're kind of getting towards the end of the planting season here because rainy season is getting ready to set in. So a lot of this here is kind of towards the end. We'll get a few more eggplants through here. This is more eggplants through here. These are a flower of some nature. Couldn't tell you. That's pretty much done. I think there were beans growing on there. Whatever was here is done. It might have been okra. I think it was okra. And you can see here we still got some eggplants rolling and still growing. Sugar cane here. Sometimes we just whack that down and eat sugar cane. It's good. If you ever had sugar cane, it's good. The fence that was here, they cut that, took that all down. What else is back in here? Kind of just looks like eggplant. Eggplant, eggplant, eggplant. Yeah. Everything else is done. You can see how they put the this here. They probably had the beans. I think beans were on there. We'll go over. Is that an okra? I think that's a nice size okra right there. Right there. It's an okra right there. But yeah, like I said, we're getting towards the end of the growing season because of rainy season set in. I think you can still grow certain things, but other things you can't. Just raining. We'll go over to We'll go over to Ma's little garden over here. These flowers are really growing nice. Been growing here for probably a good year. These orchids. I think they're beautiful. Purple and white combination. They seem to have taken off and been doing rather well. I don't know what this is. Another plant or decoration. All right, let's head over this way. We will head over this way. Garden back over here. Check out the garden back here. Oh, we got some bananas going right here. Check them out. Ma's bananas. Don't touch them. She'll chop your head off and hand off. So you got to wander back this path here. There we got the bananas growing still here. There's a bunch of bananas. Banana plant. Plant, right? Not a tree. Banana plant. Work your way back here. Wow. Got a lot growing back in here. A lot of growing back in here. These are all root crops. The crop is below the green. These really shot up within the past couple weeks. I think these you can rain. Rain doesn't really matter. I mean, if this gets wet through here, these will still keep growing. But yeah, there it is. Here's what's going on in the garden. I don't see any bananas on those trees or on those plants. Sorry, plants. Anyways, guys, that's it. I mean, rainy season can be very long down here in Mindanao. I know up north it's not rainy season, it's summertime. The kids are on a week vacation. This week it is Holy Week, not Holy Week. All Souls Days is coming up. So they're all off for the whole week. They call it like a spring break, I guess you could call it. Even Hannah Grace is off. All schools are off. However, I think all public buildings, banks and all that, they're all open this week. They may be closed All Souls Day. We'll see. But anyways, that's really about it. That's about it. And yeah, that's about it. We'll talk to you later.